Mike. No.
I love it. It's great. I absolutely love it. Brilliant. That's a fantastic answer. So, I mean, hopefully it'll be a little while yet, but you know, it's always good to prepare, right?
Wow.
How about you then?
Me?
Yeah.
I just write. Tried his best. Had a good time.
That's great. That's great.
All right, another round. So again, someone suggested that I asked this question. If one of you or as a band, if you won the Euro Millions or the lottery, or if you came into a substantial amount of money, but the condition was you had to spend the money on the band, how would you go about promoting and pushing the band? What would you spend unlimited amounts of money on to get your name out there?
Drugs. Well, and a small amount on doing a double LP in Abbey Road. Don't you think, Richard? That would be cool.
Yeah. No, I'm only joking. No, of course we would love to make another record. Of course, we have already like 10 or 12 songs not released, recorded. So we would love to work on those songs to give them, the last finish, and we would buy a house in Spain.
Very nice. You got 10 or 12 songs ready to go, have you already?
Yeah, we have. Actually, when we worked on this album, Everest, we had like 22 or 25 songs or something to select from, and we did. But it was a difficult selection to make because lots of the songs that we didn't choose are really good, actually. So we're looking forward to another release sometime.
Is it going to be
16 years?
Within the next 16 years, or?
Yeah. In exactly 16 years. And I have to do a shout out for our producer who's produced a number of songs on the Everest and master. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Master the album. Mastering the album.
Yeah.
Hans Olsson Brooks in Gothenburg, one of the greatest masters, if you call it that, in Sweden, and he's helped with the great finishing sound of this album. So even if we do the next album in Abbey Road, we'll be sure that Hans do the mastering. Cool.
I mean, I don't think Abbey Road's going to cost millions. I think you'll have loads of money spare to spend on drugs after that. Happy days.
What would the coolest studio in Canada or North America be, Dr. Bones?
Oh man, wow, it's a good question.
The Pixies, they recorded in the bathroom, right?
Right. I'm not sure. I mean, Dave Grohl did a short documentary on studios around the U.S. or North America that were shut down, but I'm not sure. I mean, there's wow. Yeah, that's a tough question. I honestly don't know. I cannot give you an answer. I really have no idea what would be the best answer.
There are numerous, I suppose.
I apologize. Normally I got an answer or something like that, but you got me something on that one. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't actually know many places in Canada, but I think AC/DC recorded an album in Canada, either the last one or the one before. But I think that was in Montreal somewhere.
Well, I guess there was Alice Cooper in Pontiac, Detroit, in the state of Michigan. So
I'd go Third Man Records, which is down in Southern America somewhere. Jack White's record label's great studio apparently.
In Nashville, right?
I'd do that, or I'd just find wherever Butch Vig is and just try and get a session with him.
Okay.
It's actually, when it comes to the actual production of the music, the sound of the songs, it doesn't really matter where you record. We have recorded bits and pieces of this record in a cabin on the countryside and at my place and in a more expensive studio. So it's a mix. But so if when we're talking about using a cool studio, it's more for, you know, because we feel like it's nice.
It would be a nice story to be there. Yeah.
It would be nice to do it, but we can make it sound good anyway, you know, somewhere else.
Yeah. My singer, we record, apart from drums, we record everything at my singer's flat, and he's turned his airing cupboard in the bathroom into a vocal booth.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's where we do all our vocals, and we have done for 10 years or so.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Now, just before we get to our next song, just speaking of John Magnusson, he asked where in Sweden you guys are from and if he could get a greeting in Swedish.
Aha, where we are from?
Yeah.
In Swedish. Aha, vad kul! Hej, Jon. Vi bor i Uppsala. Uppsala.
Uppsala, the university city of Uppsala, 1 hour north of the capital Stockholm.
Yes. Så där bor vi.
Ja, just det. Och idag har det varit bandyfinal här.
Ja.
It's been a big sports event here in Uppsala.
Yeah.
Bandy. I don't know if you play that in Canada. It's like a bigger version of hockey, ice hockey.
Yeah, bigger.
Much bigger.
When you say bigger, is that bigger and better, or just bigger?
No, not better. It's a bigger, like it's 11 people on the ice.
Okay. No,
instead of 5 in
that
each
does not happen
team.
here.
Okay, so they're going for scale and carnage.
So you need a lesson in bandy. You know, it's the pitch is like 100 meters times 50 meters, and it's on ice, and it's 11 guys in every team, and you play with sticks and a ball, not a puck, and the ball is very small and it's red, and if you watch bandy on TV, you can't see the ball.
Oh, wow.
So that's why that sport didn't grow more than like in the Nordic countries and Russia or something like that.
Well, we're going to use it as a segue to our next Indeed song. This is the last single that you guys sent us. This one's called Holy Ground. Dig this.
Have reason to believe that your intentions are good. Have reason to believe you'd give it all if I would. Have reason to believe the dust is in your blood. Have reason to believe I'm blessed with all of your trust. Have reason to believe your life would end if mine does. Have reason to believe the stardust falls on us. Oh my love, please remind me if I can't. My love, put my trust in you, into holy ground. Have reason to believe I am invited inside. Have reason to believe I won't be stabbed from behind. Have reason to believe my star is going blind. Oh my love, please forgive me if I can't. My love, put my trust in you. Oh my love, please remind me if I can't. My love, put my trust in you, into holy ground. But it still doesn't ease me. But it still doesn't ease me. But it still doesn't ease me. still doesn't ease me. But it still doesn't ease me.
Indeed, with Holy Ground. Another great tune. Love the vocals this one, Linda. I mean, the flow of this one was really cool. Like, very similar, but very kind of catchy as well. Like, really enjoyed this one. The bridge, like, really kind of took off for me as well.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Holy Ground as well. And I remember when we were in the studio. No, not in the studio. We were at Richard's flat, and I was doing the vocals for Holy Ground. And I think at first it was a bit tricky because I couldn't really find the right vibe, or what do you call it?
Right.
And now I'm not sure if we were at Richard's flat. I don't remember, but
I think it was in the cottage.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. But that's how we work. But sometimes we take that extra time just to get it right, and we never compromise with the details. And Richard and Marcus, they've always been very picky with the vocals, of course. And do it again. And that's the best way to do it, because you must listen to it perhaps 10-20 times in a row, and you must be satisfied with the finished product. Yes.
And I think this one, we wanted some kind of Ian Brown or maybe a bit of Liam Gallagher-ish timing in this tune and song. It's, in my world, really Manchester scene indie pop lullaby of some sort.
Okay.
Nice. Nice, I like that. I love that track. I mean, for me, it's got a real 60s kind of vibe, which I know you mentioned when I said, what sorts of things you listen to. It's definitely got that. But yeah, I definitely got a little bit of the Ian Brown, again, kind of definitely maybe era Oasis, Liam Gallagher kind of thing. But yeah, it was a nice like Manchester sound, it had that little bit of reverb in there, which harks back to that, which I thought was cool. And I love the guitar work on that. I thought it was brilliant. One question we haven't really asked you is who does what? So I know Linda sings. Who does what? What do you other guys do? That was a badly phrased question, but you get the idea.
Okay. I can say something, and then you other guys can say something else. Well, anyway, it's during all these years when the band has been sort of asleep, it's been only me, Marcus, and Linda who has been the band, But now when we go on tour, we're like 5 people. But when we have been only me, Marcus, and Linda, it's us that we have done everything on the record. So and the guitar work is mine. I play the guitars and the bass guitar, and Marcus do the drums, the percussion, and sometimes different kinds of keyboards. But it doesn't really matter whose hands are on the instruments. It's our music has always been like a product of a discussion. We talk a lot about when we arrange the music. It's a lot of discussions. How should we do it? What should we do? So that's where we make the music. When we just make certain decisions of how we want it to sound, what elements we want to add to the music or remove from the music.
Yeah,
and that's where we're all we're all part of the progress of making music in that sense.
Yeah, we're not a jamming band at all, actually.